Recently, the 4.0.0 update has been released for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So today, I want to give my quick thoughts on the new character, the patch notes, and the new game modes. So without much more delay, let's just jump right into it. So first, let's start off with a brand new character, the hero. The hero is extremely fun to play as. The random aspects of him make him exciting to play as, and when you get that perfect move for that perfect situation, there really aren't many moments like that in Smash. Sure, the character really isn't skill-based that much, and it's mostly luck, and probably wouldn't be good for competitive play, but he's still fun to play when you're not trying to play seriously. Now obviously, the hero's main gimmick is found in his specials. His neutral and side special are pretty good, and he has one of the best recoveries in the game. But the main star is his down B. It gives you a random set of 4 moves that each have different effects. So far, from trying them out, my favorite ones are Boom, Kaboom, Sizz, Sizzle, and Bounce. They are all pretty good in most situations. Of course, there's Thwack and Whack, which have a chance to kill the opponent in one hit, with a chance getting higher as the opponent's percent does. Now with these specials, he has a magic meter which will deplete a certain amount depending on the move. From my experience, this hasn't really often gotten in the way, but it's still a good thing to have to balance him a little bit more. His smash attacks are not only strong, but also have an RNG element where they will randomly do more knockback and damage. Now with all that being said, is he overpowered? Definitely not. His aerials are a bit slow, but they're still fun to use. The hero also has a negative down B options, such as Hocus Pocus, Clang, and if you're on your last stock, Kamikaze. Which, by the way, when you're 2 stocks ahead or 1 stock ahead and using Kamikaze, it's so fun. So in my opinion, he is a pretty balanced character, and it's definitely fun to play with all his random elements. His alternative costume also represents different heroes from the Dragon Quest franchise, which for fans is probably really cool. Now since I'm not a fan of Dragon Quest, I don't really have much to say on his stage, besides it looks pretty nice. So on to the next big thing being the character balance changes. So there are unfortunately no buffs from a main man Kirby or Mario, which means they are probably worse now, considering only one character was really nerfed a ton, and a lot were buffed. While my main 2 weren't changed, 2 of my other ones, being Isabelle and Mewtwo, were heavily buffed. This makes me pretty happy, especially the change to Isabelle's Fishing Rod and Mewtwo's Hurtbox. Now 3 other characters were heavily buffed, being Ridley, Corrin, and Piranha Plant, which is nice considering they weren't too great, so this makes them a little bit more viable. One thing that really shocked me is that they buffed Olimar, because he's already seen as a really good and annoying character, definitely the most unexpected change here. Onto the 2 nerfs. We have Ivysaur that got pretty heavily nerfed. Personally, I thought he was pretty good, so these changes are probably for the best. Charizard was also buffed a bit, and while this doesn't make up for the dare nerf of Ivysaur, it's at least a decent compromise. But there was one more nerf that I want to note. So I'm sure most of us expected or even wanted Joker to get nerfed, as he is currently one of, if not the best character in the game. So how do they nerf him? Projectiles that do more than 50% can no longer be reflected. I don't think anyone asked for this. This isn't really even a nerf, it's just a thing that exists. In singles, this will probably only affect like 2 to 4 matchups, and even then, just barely. I do expect Joker to get future nerfs, but for now we just have to take this extremely irrelevant change. But anyway, let's finish with everything else added in this update. Okay, so first off we have a very easy mode for story, which is like, okay, I guess. I would have hoped for a very hard, because that would have been fun, but I guess it's here for the young children. I don't edit videos in Smash Bros, but it's nice that you're able to add snapshots in now. Unfortunately, you can't add screenshots from custom stages, but still, good change. Videos also autoplay now, which is small but nice. Also, whenever you download something, you automatically give it a yeah, which makes complete sense. I also like spirits a lot, so the new ones are something nice to have. I always like to collect them all. I'm still missing the Link Awakening ones because I didn't get a chance to get those, but what can I do? In my opinion, the tournament mode is a little disappointing. The tourney mode has preset rules, which means you can't choose them. You also can't set up your own tourneys. If they added the ability to do these 2 things, that'd make this mode improve drastically, but as it sits now, it's a bit underwhelming. You can now bet on a winner for a Smash battle, which is pretty neat seeing it return from Smash 4. You can also buy items in the store from it. In fact, I'm doing this while I'm editing this video. So it's a nice small addition. The new Mii costumes aren't for me since I'm not a Dragon Quest fan, but they can be for some others. They're a nice small thing to add for the people that want it. Our final change is the nerf to the final smash meter, where it gradually depletes after it's charged. I think this is a good way to mix up battles with the FS meter and put a little pressure on the person who has it. But my overall rating for this update? Well, the new character stage and patches were overall pretty good besides a few bizarre ones. The other changes were small but nice. So overall, I think this was a good update. Not great, but good. But anyways, that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on Hero and the 4.0.0 update? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.